Why, hello, and welcome to this little interview that we have set up for you. I'm so pleased and happy that you've decided to stop by and watch, because today I have something very, very cool. I have Charles Brakefield and Rox Berkey on deck to chat about their new book in their long-established and very, very cool and powerful series called the Enigma series. So I want to welcome you, Charles and Rox, to the little interview here. First off, we're talking about your new book. What is the name of your new book?
Oh, Daniel, thank you. The new book, book 11, is called The Enigma Beyond.
Okay. And give me give me a little backstory, or give folks that may not know about the Enigma series a little backstory about what that series is all about.
Sure. Thanks for working with us again, Daniel. It's always a pleasure. The Enigma series is a techno thriller series, and it's predicated upon the origin, going back to World War II, of the breaking the Enigma machine. And we pull that story thread. It's always subtext for the overall book series, and with that we use it for highlighting our stories, the technical problems that people get into, the identity thefts, the software viruses that poison stuff. So, we use the good history to go along with the storytelling and 150 characters, and that gives us a rich palette of storytelling.
And to be sure, this is really present day technology. We leverage what was built before, because the Enigma machine was, of course, the first computer, but this is all present day things that we are facing. And that's really important to know. And it's really adult focused too. This is not a kid's read.
Got it. So it's kind of a techno thriller with a sort of really rich historical roots, is what I'm kind of hearing.
Well put. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And it pulls forward a lot of the science fact that we see in our regular day jobs to go along with it. So some of that we've had people just a little bit unnerved by some of the stuff that we've seen and highlighted in the books.
Yeah, so I kind of want to start, because when I read one of the books in this series, the one thing that kind of stood out to me, and you explain it really, really well, is the sort of the genesis of how the breaking of the Enigma machine back in the days of World War II, how that came to be, and then how that carried forward to today, and the same sort of group that kind of formed around the breaking of the Enigma machine is essentially still in operation today. And I just love that aspect of the storytelling. So how did you decide to actually start from there?
So being technologists, and we've been in the technology industry for many years, and coupled with that, Charles' passion for World War II, and knowing that the Enigma machine was in fact the first computer, we decided that when Poland was overrun in 1939, that there was a group that smuggled a copy of the Enigma machine to Switzerland, which is the foundation of our group, and it's called the R Group, by the way, at the same time that the Enigma machine copy was sent to Britain, who leveraged it to, in fact, help end the war. So our little team called the R Group is 3 young men, very passionate about what's going on, very committed to moral high ground, and they started a business called the R Group in Switzerland as they escaped from Poland.
As information brokers, that's what they do, and they help governments. They're the people you go to when you're in trouble on the digital landscape, and you're fighting with the people from the dark net.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that sets up the this latest installment that we wanted to chat about today. What's the name of that book?
The latest one is The Enigma Beyond, and it is actually there's a subtext to it called "Who Won the AI Wars." So artificial intelligence today is, front and center in media, in everything we do, everywhere we go around the globe right now. And so we wanted to postulate that artificial intelligence may have, competing goals to humans.
Okay, and that's sort of the log line, if you will, of Enigma Beyond, right?
Yep.
Okay, so what inspired you to write this book specifically?
Well, we've been studying the. I got very passionate about the artificial intelligence coupled with machine learning. We've seen some disastrously sequences that have gone on where they put a big supercomputer online, gave it machine learning, and said, "Here, go forth and find out stuff," and it came back with in hours. Horrible. All of the things that you don't really want in a computer, and it was siphoning up stuff that nobody thought was relevant. Biases, prejudices, evil, all kinds of stuff. We thought, what a swell idea. What if in that trek to be able to build the ultimate computer, the machine learning to do all this neat stuff, something goes wrong? And that's the premise for the Enigma Beyond.
Cool. And can you give us a little hint on what may be going wrong? Just a little hint. Just a little. Don't give it away. Just a little hint.
A little hint for you, Daniel. We'll do that for your listeners specifically. So, there are many supercomputers. The governments use them. Different countries use them. And some of them have a level of guardrails. And then, of course, some of those by private industries may not have guardrails. And so they, what is the foundation of all of humankind, right? Greed. Greed's one of them, right? And power. And so, we have a wonderful new supercomputer that's coming into play in this book called Joan. And we actually have a book trailer out on Joan. And Joan is let's say she has no guardrails and she thinks she's Joan of Arc. Okay.
Awesome. Okay, that gives me a little bit of a hint. Now, I understand that the new book, The Enigma Beyond, is not out yet, right? But it is available for pre-order right now. Can we chat about that for just a moment?
Oh, thank you. Yes, it is.
Yeah. So January 7th, we've assembled the digital version. We have the hard copy to be released, and we have the Audible, all premiering on January 7th. But for a pre-order bonus for anybody that would like to get the book in digital format for 99 cents, it's on sale for 99 cents on pre-order basis up through January 7th, as you show up on the screen. After that, it goes to the normal price tag of $2.99. But we wanted to get into several of the different markets. We've got the UK, Spain, France, Germany, as well as the US.
So Daniel, while you have that up on the screen, one of the things that I want to kind of point out is another little tickler behind this book itself. You'll notice from the image on the cover that we have an artificial hand and a human hand almost coming together, or not. So that's kind of the reason that cover came to be.
Interesting. Great. And a great cover. So one of the other things that I really enjoyed when I read one of the Enigma books, I have not yet read this one, but I understand that you've got a very special offer for those folks that order in the pre-order time period here. Can you tell folks about that?
Oh, I will, Daniel. And it's specifically for your listeners. We haven't made this offer to anyone else. So anyone that listens to this or watches this, What can they do?
Well, so if they do the pre-order for 99 cents, email us. Hey, I got this receipt. Just all we need is just a digital version of it, and we'll send you a Audible code, either in the UK or in the US, where you can download it for free starting January 7th. It should be January 7th, January 9th was when the Audible code would be valid to be able to download.
Okay. So for those folks watching here, what you're offering is basically you buy the digital version of the book, the e-book version of the book, for 99 cents in pre-order. And in addition, when the audiobook comes out in approximately about the same time the Kindle version comes out, if they forward their receipt to this email address that you see in the ticker below here, authors@enigmaseries.com, you're going to, by return email, send them, if you are in the US or the UK. Unfortunately, we can't accommodate anywhere else because Amazon can't accommodate anywhere else, right? But they're going to get a code, right?
Yep.
To get the audiobook. Is that correct?
It is correct. And it's a 2-link process. They click on the link, they copy and paste that code, and boom, they have it. Just that fast.
Yeah, download it to your favorite item of review, whether you like to listen to it on your tablet or your smartphone.
Nice. Okay. So, and I want to also make an offer as well. But this requires you to, once again, go and order the book for only 99 cents. Listen, for really a minuscule, a puny amount of money, there is so much entertainment and so much thought-provoking prose and fiction in these books that it's really kind of a no-brainer deal, especially if you are you're into the techno thriller and that whole genre. So what I want to do is I'm actually going to make an additional special offer. A lot of people that watch and sort of follow me are in the author community. So what I want to do is I'm actually going to show you, this is a Kindle book, right? This is a Kindle book. I'm actually going to show you how to leverage Kindle and public domain and also make a 70% royalty on publishing public domain books to Kindle, okay? And most people say, well, number one, you can't do that, and you can, okay? And I show you all about that. And then also how to not just claim the 35% royalty, but how it's possible and ethical to claim the 70% royalty on those books. So here is my offer. So you get 2 special deals here. When you forward your receipt to this email address right here, and I have it going across the screen right now, email your receipt, that is your Amazon receipt for your pre-order at 99 cents, email it to reply for free bonuses at Gmail. I will send you my training on publishing Kindle books, using public domain content, and also getting the 70% royalty as well. So those are the 2 bonuses that if you act now, if you act before, we said the January 7th this book releases, right? So basically you have a week from when we're recording this. Then you will get both of those things if you again take these 2 offers. So again, you get from me, when you forward your receipt, to reply for free bonuses at gmail.com, you're going to get that training on publishing public domain books to Kindle. And if you email that same receipt, forward that same receipt to authors@enigmaseries.com, and you are either in the US or the UK, then Rox and Charles will also email you a special Audible code, which will allow you to get not just the audiobook version as well as the Kindle version. So basically, you get both versions of the book for one very, very low price. So thank you for that, by the way. I really, really appreciate that. I'll leave the tickers running here so you can grab those email addresses. But one last question that I think people watching this that are at least in my community really want to know is how it was that you're our writing team. You've written these basically 11 books as a team. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so tell folks essentially how that came to be.
Okay, so I can answer that. We were actually writing technical manuals for the company we worked for. Curiously enough, the early part of this century. That sounds older than that, but what happens when you do a technical manual? They're out of date within about time you get it published. And I got mad and stomped off. And Roxanne hunted me down a couple of months later and said, "Okay, new deal. Let's write technical fiction. Well, it'll stay relevant for longer, and we can use the same technical threats, and it'll be cool." And so I said, "Okay, let's talk through this." So we've built a patent pending routine called literary ping pong to be able to she'll do a chapter, ship it over to me, I'll beat it up, send it back. Sometimes I'll do one, send it over to her, and she'll give me this "what were you thinking" routine. So we get a better polished product by using this patent pending technology we have going at this point in time. So I don't want to brag too much about it, but I mean, there it is.
But you left off the key element as to why you decide you do fiction. And that was, we get to kill people and not go to jail.
Yeah. We back most of the people we don't like or haven't liked over our careers in the first 4 or 5 books. So I'm looking for some new enemies. Daniel, you don't have to worry about it. You're a good friend, so we won't. You won't see your name come across.
Thank you.
And I have to add, I really do like that training. Your training that you're offering on this deal is amazing.
Thank you.
I've actually been a part of that before, and anybody who wants to take advantage of that opportunity, it is awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Rox and Charles. So I want to just give you one last opportunity here for final remarks. Why should people go take this deal? Why should they do it right now?
It's only available for 7 more days. It's less than $1. It will give you hours of entertainment, not only in an ebook format, but also in an audiobook format, and help them learn to do something totally new with your added bonus.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Our voice actor just helped us place and win our 5th book on the West Coast for the Roan Awards. He got the best male narrator, and he's the same one doing the audible for book number 11. So he's really hitting his stride. This isn't just somebody reading to you. This is immersion listening with his voice and the characterizations and the accents that he does.
Yeah, Derek Scholes is amazing. He's a wonderful partner with us. So
great. In other words, it really is a very, very nice package with a huge bonus for doing this right now. Go right over to Amazon, grab the book, The Enigma Beyond. It's only 99 cents. And then here, once again, are the 2 places where you will forward the receipt to get those special bonuses. Reply for free bonuses at Gmail. That's to get my bonus, and to get the audiobook version, where you will get this award-winning narrator, and that in that audiobook, email your receipt to authors@enigmaseries.com. And with that, I really, really appreciate you taking the time to chat with my community here. And I want to, for those folks listening, go grab the Enigma Beyond. Bye, everyone, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Happy
Year.
decade. Roaring 20s. Let's go.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah. Bye.